so love to listen to it later. So if it gets
Sure.
recorded, I'd be awesome.
You got it.
Hi, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Absolutely.
Thank you for being
Thanks,
here.
Emily. Thanks all.
Thank you. Those of you that are coming into Vinyasa, we're not leaving. We're just ending one class and starting another. So welcome. I think I see Anna. Hi. I need to text you back. And hello, Chris and Molly. Good morning. Let me flip her around here. All right. I think that looks okay-ish. I'll put it up on another block too before we get going. All right, hi everybody, welcome. Thanks so much for being here. Go ahead and definitely give yourself another minute to settle and make your space how you like it. But we'll kind of start to move into class. Welcome. If there's anyone here I haven't met before, my name is Emily. I'm excited to be here with you and to do a nice 60-minute Vinyasa practice. This is my true love, Mr. Cobra, Spider, the spirit of love. And Colin, you can also call him Colin, is going to be our yoga model. So if you need a visual representation during class, Colin will demonstrate all the poses. So we can use that as an assist to get through class. I wanted to speak a little bit today just about something that we've been working on or working together through in yoga study on Saturday mornings, and just know you're always welcome to come to those. It's just right before this class. It's the same link, it's on the schedule, and we just sort of break down some of the more off the mat practices and ideas that yoga teaches. And today we talked about Ashteya, which means non-stealing. There's lots of ethical practices, listen, I guess you could say, of like, try not to do this and try to do this in yoga, you know, a lot of right action and things like that, right? Non-harming and truthfulness. Today we talked a little bit about Ashteya, which means non-stealing. And I don't know, my recent study and yoga study with you guys of the yamas, I think has been really, really important for me. I feel like they've revealed new things about my own behaviors that I just hadn't seen in the past. And thinking today about how, you know, stealing doesn't always mean like stealing, you know, somebody's stuff or like, I don't know, like shoplifting or something, right? We steal each other's ideas and time. We, you know, there's lots of different ways we maybe take without considering whether or not it's harmful. And as you know, I mean, these are like big conversations. It might not be something you really want to consider on Saturday morning when you're just trying to like stretch your body through space and feel good. But with this idea, don't steal, right? Your own time. How many times have I come to my yoga mat and then just like not been present? Really taking the time here to see if we can really step inside of the moment, right? I think our presence, right, is one of like the biggest gifts we can give anyone. So really giving yourself permission to be here, right? And not sort of letting your to-do list, right, or whatever the other thing is, steal the moment, right? Let's let the breath and the body and being a part of this community take forefront for the rest of this hour, because I think that's why we're all here. So, all right, we'll get into it. If you aren't already there, go ahead and get on your mat. I'm going to demo just really quickly one transitional movement we're going to do during class today. It will be, let's see, sorry. It will be from a low lunge, right? You'll be in a low lunge. You're going to do a cow, a cat, a cow, and then from cow, you're going to come up into a standing split, right? So there's going to be a moment of transition and sort of figuring out how to hop and leverage your body weight up like this. right? From this standing split, it's going to be an inhale to lengthen, and then an exhale to curl. So a little bend in both the knees, right? Rounding your forehead to touch your knee of your floating leg. So it'll be inhale, extend, exhale to curl, inhale, extend, exhale to curl. And then from this curling position, we're going to come all the way up to a one-legged Tadasana. So I don't know. I just really find that visual representations can be helpful, especially when you're upside down. So just know that that's coming, and I will cue it when we get there. All right. As we settle, let's all have maybe 3 breaths here independently on our own, just to kind of transition from paying attention to the demonstration from me and just sort of into your own space and your own body. And start to notice and sense the points of contact between you and whatever you're sitting on. Right away, coming into the awareness of that unconditional support of the ground underneath you. And we'll begin uniting our practice together with the seed sound of Om. As always, if chanting isn't for you, no big deal. Maybe just sort of breathe in rhythm with us, right? Or just listen in presence and take a breath in to prepare. Open mouth, HA. Inhale, prepare for Om. 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 Nice full breath in and a breath out. From here, I'll invite you to transition into either child's pose or Supta Baddha Konasana. For Balasana, you can come to your knees, spread them nice and wide, bring your big toes to touch, and start to sink your hips back, reach your arms forward, resting your forehead down. If you're on your back, if you prefer to begin on your back, go there. Maybe try bringing the soles of the feet together and your knees out wide. Wherever you land, right, our intention here is just to ground for a little while longer and to start cultivating our pranayama practice. The Ujjayi, right, the upward victorious breath. Little hug at the back of your throat. Nice smooth inhale through your nose. Seal your lips, exhale through your nose. And take a few rounds just like that. And give yourself a lot of permission, right, to take the time to be with your breath. Sense into the spaces inside of you as you breathe. And as always, throughout our movement, if there is ever a moment where you feel short of breath or you feel like you need to make a different decision in how you're moving or maybe rest, all of those things get to be right and okay. In our vinyasa practice, right, we move breath to posture. So I'm going to cue the breath. Do your best to kind of breathe in unison with each other. It's a way to kind of energetically connect us all. But as always, just push and pull on the offering in whatever way feels right for you today. What's most important is that you're here. Let's unite with a breath in and a breath out. Next few breaths, we'll transition into tabletop position. So if you're in Balasana, start to shift forward. If you're on your back, take your time. And start by stocking your shoulders over your elbows, over your wrists. Spread your fingers nice and wide, hips over the knees, and then actively shift your body back and forth over your hands. So that way, when you kind of bring some pressure into your hands, yeah, like that, you can push your hands back down into the ground. Just starting to feel a little bit of that pressure and strength in your arms. Inhale for cow pose, drop your belly, look up. Exhale, cat pose, press into the mat, dome the shoulders, and gaze back. Good, again, inhaling through cow pose. Exhaling through cat pose. One more, inhaling through cow pose. Exhaling through cat pose. Just a few more breaths here, maybe 3 or 4, not long. Take the time to, engage in any rituals you like to do here, or just to be curious about any additional movement your body might be craving, a little wiggle or a stretch. And then next few breaths, go ahead and tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. Hips up and back, just keep the free movement going, wiggle it out, pedal your heels. When you make your way into down dog again, just a moment to kind of press through your palms. I encourage you to open up your eyes and investigate your surroundings upside down to kind of stay connected to the earth and your breath as you look, at everything upside down for a moment. Down dog, as you press your hands nice and strong into the earth, generous bend in the knees just for a moment, relax your hamstrings, lift your tailbone high up and back, let your spine lengthen here. Nice, easy Ujjayi breath as you begin to lengthen out your legs and drop your heels. Let's take a breath in to look forward between your hands. Exhale, step to the top of your mat, Ragdoll Uttanasana, Spread your feet hip width distance. Knees can be soft here, belly is soft, head and neck is soft. Grab your elbows, maybe give a little sway side to side. And take one more breath. Exhale, release your hands, toe heel your feet to touch or however you like for sun salutations. Good. And then listen here. Inhale for halfway lift, bend your knees, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands and step your left leg way back for low lunge. So right foot is forward. Just take a moment to kind of settle in. And fingertips can stay planted here for support. Inhale for cow lunge, dip the knee, lift the chest. Good. Exhale for cat lunge, push into the mat, work to straighten your legs. Good. In a moment just to pause here to kind of find your edge. Just be sensitive, to what you're asking your body to do. It doesn't need to be a huge motion. But then take another few rounds of breath here on your own. Inhaling through cow lunge. Exhaling through cat lunge. Just go at your own pace, Inhale to pull you forward. Let your body just sort of start to sense, that movement. Inhale, cow. Exhaling, cat. Back and forth. Good. Nice. The next time you come through a cow lunge, so when your knee is low and your chest is forward, pause, You're gonna step up to a forward fold, but just take a moment, to kind of feel your back leg lift. Left leg comes up to meet the right. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left leg back, low lunge. Or right leg back, low lunge. So this time the left leg is forward. And same thing. Inhale for cow lunge. Exhaling for cat lunge. Good. And pause just on this first cat lunge to notice, It's a big action. It's a big stretch through the back line of the body. So just a moment to be sensitive, And then inhale pulls you forward, cow. Exhale, up and back, cat. Good. Keep going. Inhale pulls you forward, cow. Exhale, cat. Couple more rounds here on your own. Good. Next time you come through that cow lunge, just pause for a moment, Because we're going to do this transition into standing splits, So just take a moment to feel the left foot nice and strong, Step yourself up into a forward fold. Feel your back leg reach forward, and just come up. Good. Ragdoll one more time. You can take a different arm variation, however you like, feet or hip width distance. Maybe interlace your fingers behind your back or your neck. Nice deep breaths into your low spine. One more full breath here. Good. Exhale, release your hands down to the mat. And again, toe heel your feet back to touch or however you would like for sun salutations. Nice generous bend in your knees here. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Good. Exhale to fold. Again, inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale to fold. So a little different. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale is crouch and curl, right? Come onto your tippy toes, bend your knees and round your spine. Pause. Let your fingertips help you balance here as you breathe a little space into your upper back, right? Your whole, like sort of the vertebrae, like a little roly-poly, right? Kind of breathing into your back body. Good. Drop your heels. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Good. Exhale to fold and pause. Keep a bend in your knees and take a couple breaths to unfurl your spine. We'll rise all the way up to standing. And as you come upright, give yourself a breath, wiggle your toes, right, shrug your shoulders. Nice. Sama Spitihi, equal on all sides standing pose. Move through all four corners of your feet, relax your shoulders down, palms face forward. Welcome to relax your eyes or even close them. Just give yourself a couple breaths here, right? You've arrived physically, you are already in it. So again, a moment to really arrive with all of your awareness, your attention, letting your whole self show up. And give yourself just a few breaths to check in. What's sort of the tone today? What's your vibe? Remember, it's not about having a right or good or even pleasant experience. I wish it was. It's just not always the truth. Just being open to what is here physically. What are you carrying with you mentally or emotionally today? And truly, just this gentle practice, right, of knowing, of looking, of validating goes a long way. Right? This is the yoga. That's why we're here. Giving yourself permission to be here, not stealing yourself of, right, your own self-knowledge. If you have intention for practice, set it. Remember why you practice. Maybe you want to dedicate your energy up to someone or something else, like a wish or a prayer. And kind of hold that intention in your mind and in your heart. And give it a big breath in. And a breath out. All right, let's flow. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, arms up, pose, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana, hinge at your hips. You're welcome to bend your knees as much as you like. Inhale for halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step back for Dandasana, high plank pose and pause, right? Looks like top of a push-up. A moment to stack your joints, right? Shoulders, elbows, and wrists. You're always welcome to practice on your forearms and your knees. And you kind of choose your own adventure, but then close your eyes and breathe, right? More important than the variation you're taking is the discipline to just let yourself have the experience. Step right inside of it and remember that's what this is. The yoga pose, it's an experience you're having. It's not who you are. Give it one more full breath in. Exhale, shift forward, lower down halfway or all the way, chaturanga, elbows in. Inhale is upward facing dog or cobra, flipping your toes, pulling your heart forward and up. And then push your hands, hips up and back, exhaling, downward facing dog. Pedal it out, take a couple breaths there on your own. Kind of track that sensation, little wave of heat and energy for sure. Right, we're gonna flow through it a couple more times, breath to posture, and then as always, I'm just gonna add on layers. Class is gonna move super fast. Right? Be curious about your experience, be open to it. Always okay to take variation or to rest, right? Most importantly, breathe, right? Trust yourself, be yourself, just do your best, right? Here we go. One body, one breath, one entity for each other. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, float, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, stand all the way up, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale for halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga, plant your hands, step, jump, maybe just skip it. Inhale is up dog or cobra if you're taking it. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in, breath out. Feel the ground underneath your hands. Inhale, look forward. Good. Exhale, get to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, Urdhva. Breath pulls you all the way up. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway, unfurl. Exhale, Chaturanga, right? All the way through that low plank. Inhale is an up dog or a cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog pose. 2 breaths, sense, notice. All right, I'm going to start to add on a little bit here. Inhale to look forward. Exhale, step, hop, or float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now listen, bend your knees, sit low. Inhale for Utkatasana, the fierce pose, lifting your chest, arms up, and pause. Just a couple breaths, not long. Let your body weight shift back and down. Let your tail flare and your chest lift. Right, a moment just to validate it. It is intense. Give it a big breath in. Exhale, fold. Uttanasana, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, left leg steps back, low lunge. So right foot is forward. Inhale is cow lunge, dip the knee, lift the chest. Exhale, cat lunge. Good. Inhale, cow lunge, and pause. This time we're going to transition into that standing split. So for some of you, coming from cow lunge is going to be no problem. Some of you are going to be like, low lunge would be better. So just take a moment to root through your right foot, right? You're going to go ahead and take one more inhale here. Exhale, standing split. Kick up and pause, right? Strong through your right leg as your left leg reaches and extends long behind you, right? Now keep your left leg lifted. Inhale like a halfway lift. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Left foot steps down to meet the right. Sit low. Inhale, Utkatasana, fierce pose, reach up. Good. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, right leg steps back, low lunge. So left foot is forward. Inhale, cow lunge. Exhale, cat lunge. Inhale, cow lunge, and pause. Again, a moment just to sense in your own body what you need to do to feel stable to get in this standing split. So maybe stack your left knee over your left ankle, maybe scoot your right foot up a little bit. Last exhale here, or inhale. Exhale, standing split, right leg kicks up and pause. Let your body feel that, right? You might have to shift your weight more forward, all of those things. Lots of extension through that right leg, right? Inhale, half lift through your spine. Good. Exhale, forward fold, right foot steps down. Sit low. Inhale, Utkatasana, fierce pose. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, left leg steps back, low lunge. Inhale, cow lunge. Exhale, cat lunge. Inhale, cow lunge. Exhale, standing split, left leg kicks up. Good. Inhale, halfway lift and pause, right? So that left leg is lifted. Exhale, knee to nose, curl, round in. Inhale, extend, lengthen the leg in your spine. Good. Exhale, curl, round, knee to nose. One more. Inhale to extend. Exhale to curl and pause. Look at your right foot. Good. Step your left foot down. Inhale, Utkatasana, fierce pose. Reach up. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway. We got this. Exhale, plant your hands. Right leg steps back, low lunge. Inhale for cow lunge. Exhale, cat lunge. Inhale, cow lunge. Exhale, standing split, kick up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, curl, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl, knee to nose. One more. Inhale, kicks it out. Exhale, knee to nose, and pause. Step your right foot down to meet your left. Inhale, Utkatasana, sit low. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, Chaturanga. High to low or skip it, meet it in down dog. Inhale is up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal it out, take a couple breaths. All right, let's start to set up that peak wave. Inhale, your right leg kicks up. Good. Exhale, step it all the way through to low lunge and pause. Really push your hands down as you kind of Scooch your right foot forward. Always okay to kind of assist. Take your time to get your right foot forward. Right, right into that flow. Inhale, cow lunge. Exhale, cat lunge. Inhale, cow. Exhale, standing split. Good. Inhale to lengthen, half lift. Good. Exhale, knee to nose and pause. Right, in just a moment, you're going to come all the way up to standing one-legged Tadasana here. So rooted through your right leg. Yeah, bring your left leg up with you and come all the way up and pause. Yeah, take your time. Just be here, rooted through your right leg, right? Left leg is lifting parallel to the ground the best you can. You can stay just like this or take a breath in. Good. Exhale, open twist to the left. Imagine your right elbow coming over your left knee, strong and stable through your belly here, your bandha, right? As your shoulders twist in opposition of your hips. We're going to come back up through one-legged. Take a breath in. Maybe kick your left foot forward. Good. And then exhale for low lunge. Plant your hands and step your left leg way back, right? Take a moment to ground. From here, inhale to warrior two. So push up, windmill open. Let's settle in. Start with your feet. Right? Maybe bend in and out of your front knee a few times, settle into your joints. And then always just find your pose, right? As you find stability, you're working external rotation of your right thigh bone, right shoulder stack over hips. Maybe turn your entire chin, right, to look over your right shoulder, over your right hand. Okay. Take a breath in. Exhale, side angle, right arm down, left arm up, elbow to knee, elbow inside of knee, right? Always lots of good ways to create more support with our own bones. This is a twist, right? However you want to write it, it's the left shoulder up and back, right? Like you want to work your heart towards the ceiling. Stay low in the lunge and reverse, left arm down, right arm up. Take a breath in as you take a nice big side body stretch through your right side. Stay low in that bend in your knee. Good, breathe in. Exhale, low lunge, cartwheel your hands, frame your right foot. Good, left hand stays planted. Inhale your right arm up and open to twist and pause, right? Find, again, length through your back leg or maybe come down to your back knee, but then bring the navel up and in to create some compression here as the right shoulder reaches up and open. This is a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga, plant your hands, lunges, step back, flow vinyasa or press back to down dog. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it all the way through low lunge. Get a moment just to settle, find your base. Inhale for cow lunge, dip the knee. Exhale, cat lunge. Inhale, cow lunge. Exhale, standing split, kick up. Good, inhale, lengthen leg and spine. Exhale, knee to nose and pause, right? Shift your weight nice and heavy into your left leg. Inhale is one-legged Tadasana. Right leg comes up with you. Take your time. Yeah, good, beautiful. Yeah, nice deep breaths. Just a moment to pause. Maybe this is where you stay as you parallel your right thigh, right? Or breathing in. Exhale, open twist right. Left elbow towards your right knee. Moment just to balance. Coming back through center, one-legged. Let's kick the right leg out maybe. And then exhale, low lunge. Plant your hands, right leg steps way back. Inhale, warrior two. Virabhadrasana, open up, settle in. Give yourself a wiggle, take a breath. Right? Right. Do the posture from the ground, strong through your feet, pressing through your back leg. You can feel your hips in line with your shoulders. Let your eyes land over your left hand. Take a breath in. Exhale, side angle, left arm down, right arm up. Pause. Okay. Really sense what you're asking your body to do. And sometimes when we're moving super quickly, right, we won't even notice. So a moment just to register where things feel stable, where you're reaching, where things are opening. Good. Stay low on the lunge. Inhale to reverse, right arm down, left arm up. Again, let the side body open. Fill it with one more breath in. Exhale, low lunge, cartwheel the hands, frame the left foot. Right hand stays. Inhale, left arm up and open to twist and breathe. Okay. Find stability, lengthen here as you bring the left shoulder up and open, right? That big wingspan the best you can. One more breath. Exhale, chaturanga, plant your hands. Flow vinyasa, step back or skip it. Inhale is up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Cool. Paddle it out, take a couple breaths. We're gonna flow through that one more time, breath to posture. All right. Then after that, we'll have just one more standing series, a couple of peak poses, right? As always, just check in with yourself, trust your body, right? Let it be what you need it to be. Just take a moment to really ask yourself, right, to do your best. Just do your best, whatever that's like today, right? That's the best any of us can do, right? Let's find each other. Big breath in, breath out. Inhale, right leg kicks up. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Inhale, cow lunge. Exhale, cat lunge. Inhale, cow. Exhale, standing split, kick up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, one-legged, stand all the way up. Stay or exhale, open twist left. Inhale, one-legged, maybe kick it out. Nice. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your hands, left leg steps way back, right from the earth. Inhale, warrior two, Virabhadrasana. Open up. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, low lunge. Hands frame the right foot. Left hand stays. Inhale, open twist. Exhale, chaturanga, high to low. Lunges, step back. Nice. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right away, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it all the way through, low lunge. Inhale for cow lunge. Exhale, cat lunge. Inhale, cow. Exhale, standing split, kick up. Inhale to lengthen everything out. Exhale, knee to nose, round, rooted. Inhale, one-legged, right leg lifts, come up. Nice. Exhale, open twist right, good. Inhale, back up through center, maybe give her a little kick, boop. Exhale, low lunge, step it all the way back, right from the earth. Inhale, warrior two, open up, rise open. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse, ujjayi, breathe it in. Exhale, low lunge, touch down. Right hand stays, inhale, left arm opens. Exhale, chaturanga, plant your hands, right, step that lunge back. Low vinyasa, inhale is up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath, open your eyes, right? Take a moment to kind of orient, settle. All right, follow me here. Last little push, we got this. Inhale, right leg kicks up. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, cow lunge. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, standing split. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, one-legged, rise all the way up. Left leg comes up with you and pause. All right, so option to stay here, option to do your twist or dancing Shiva today. Left hand to your left hip, right hand can come to the outside edge of your left thigh or your left foot, your choice. Take a moment just to ground, practice, one-legged balancing right here. Maybe right as your hips stay sort of parallel to the front here, you start to twist your chest open to the left, reach your left arm behind you. Maybe you stay, or maybe you start to kick through that left leg. Ooh. We're here just for 3, one-legged in 2, and 1. Nice and easy, back through center, one-legged, maybe give it a kick. Exhale, low lunge, plant your hands, step way back. Inhale, warrior two, find your breath, open up. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, low lunge. Left hand stays, inhale, right arm up and pause. Right, practicing here, great peak pose or Vashisthasana. Plant your hand so strong, your left hand so strong, roll onto the outer edge of your left foot. Right, work to stack your right leg or take a leg variation. Maybe come down to your back knee or your forearm. Couple more breaths here to find your form. Then settle, Ujjayi, you got this. Focus on where you are touching the earth. We're here for 3. Chaturanga in 2 and 1, nice. Chaturanga or skip it, meet us in down dog. Inhale is up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths. All right, find that focus. Here we go. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Inhale, cow lunge. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, standing split. Inhale, lengthen everything out. Exhale, knee to nose. One-legged, inhale, right leg lifts, come all the way up and pause. Right, again, a moment just to settle, find your breath. Right, maybe you stay, maybe you open twist to the right. Right, maybe your right hand comes to your right hip, left hand to the outside of your right thigh or your right foot. Right, just a moment to practice one-legged balancing. Right, no need to get to point A to point B like that fast. Just pause. Maybe you start to twist. Right, are you breathing? Maybe you start to kick. Maybe you wobble and fall. Right, we're here for 3. We both fell. One-legged and 2 and 1. One-legged, maybe give it a kick out, breathe in. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your hands, step it way back. All right, let's find our flow. Inhale, warrior 2, open it up. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, low lunge. Good, right hand stays. Inhale, open, twist, and pause, right? Good place to stay, or press your right hand down so much. Roll onto the outer edge of your right foot. Transition to Vashisthasana. And just give yourself permission to be with that, to be with getting there, right? The transitions are just as complicated and important as the poses themselves, right? Find your version. We're here for 3. Chaturanga in 2 and 1. Let it go. Vinyasa. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Rinse it out. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Breath out. Stay with me. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it all the way through, low lunge. Listen, inhale, cat lunge. Work to straighten both of your legs. Exhale, prasarita to the left, wide-legged forward fold, and pause. Give yourself a few breaths here to just kind of smooth out that ujjayi. This might be a good place to maybe find a little rest in. This also might be a good place to go someplace different, like a twist, a skandasana. If you want to do a headstand or something, this would be a good place to go upside down. You already are upside down. So let's take another 5 or so breaths here. Nice and easy. Variations, take a breath or 2 to kind of resolve. We'll meet back in Prasarita Padottanasana. So from Prasarita, we're gonna rise up to standing. So a little bend in your knees, right? Strong through your belly. Inhale, stand all the way up, right? Palms touch overhead, and then pause. We're gonna set up for pyramid pose. So identify your left leg. You're gonna step your left leg in about a third of the way, right? Pivot on your feet, so your right foot is forward. Right, feet are on separate tracks here. Good, your back heel is down. We'll take a breath in to lengthen. Then exhale, fold forward. And when you kind of find the length in your spine here, feel free to separate your hands, maybe use your fingertips on the floor or at your shin for support here. If you have yoga blocks, this is a great pose to use blocks in. And we'll spend just a couple moments here, letting our breath kind of fill the ask and the shape and the form. Nice and rooted through both of your feet. Use a breath to pull yourself back up, right? Arms come up overhead. Good, and then pause. We're gonna set up for eagle here. Right arm underneath the, or rather, left arm underneath the right. Maybe your palms touch or you can grab your shoulders. Right foot is your base, right? So just a moment to kind of maybe come up one-legged Tadasana, left leg lifts. You could stay there or do a wrap, right? You might do a bind. You might do a kickstand. Good. Right, just kind of meeting your own compression, right? Squeezing it together, sit nice and low and breathe. We're here just for 3. Utkatasana, the fierce pose in 2, you can do it. And 1, inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Spread your feet hip width distance, Padangusthasana, big toe hold, bend your knees generously, please. Grab your toes with your 2 first fingers, your first and your middle finger, right? Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. And then exhale to fold and take a couple breaths. Nice deep forward bend here, Ujjayi Pranayam. Nice. And toe holds release. Go ahead and toe heel your feet back to touch or thereabouts. Listen, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, crouch and curl. Pause, right? So we're in this tiny little ball. You can stay just like this. Check to kind of make sure you feel stable here on your toes. Right? You might just start just to lift your chest. You can keep your fingertips at the floor, right? Maybe you bring one hand out, maybe both, right? Toe squat, maybe reach your arms up. Breathe. We're here just for 4. Forward fold in 3, 2, 1. Good. Plant your hands, forward fold. Right away, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, high to low. This might be our last chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra, no promises, but I think it is. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it all the way through, low lunge. Good, legs straighten, inhale, cat lunge. Exhale, prasarita to your right. Right away, inhale, hand or rise to stand, high pyramid, palms touch, and pause. Right, find your right leg and then step it in about a third of the way. It's a much shorter stance. Good. Pivot on your toes so your left foot is forward, facing the short edge of your mat. Back heel down at 45-degree angle. Right, no need to walk a tightrope here. Take up some space. Yeah, breathe in. Exhale, bow forward, pyramid pose. And settle, right? Practice your pose today. Be curious about your own alignment, your own relationship to gravity, where things feel, you know, their edges. Ujjayi, couple more breaths. All right. Nice and rooted. Let a breath pull you all the way back up and reach your arms up. Good. And we'll set up eagle arms on the right here. So right arm underneath the left, palms to touch or grab your shoulders. All right, left leg is the base. Go ahead and stand up, one-legged Tadasana, right leg lifts. Maybe find a wrap, maybe a kickstand. Maybe you can bind your legs all snaky, snaky. All right, but again, a moment just to find pressure. And breathe. Good. Stay with it. We're here just for 3. Utkatasana in 2 and 1. Good. Unravel. Utkatasana. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. Uttanasana. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, have a seat. Good. We're going to do, well, I'm going to look at the clock. Oh, yeah, we're totally good. Good. We're going to have a little moment here for some arm balance practice. I'll invite us to practice the crow pose. If you have like a different, if you already have crow or if you're working on something different arm balance wise, you're also welcome to explore that here. I'm going to do a demo in case you need a demo. Can I have a little, yeah. Colin can also do a mighty good crow demo, but you'll do it after me. Okay, so for crow, you're going to be balancing on your hands, right? So just like anytime we're in down dog or anytime we're on our hands, just take a moment to spread your hands nice and wide and to let them act as feet, right? Coming from a little squat, we're going to work to get the knees at the backs of the arms. So I find the most important here is to remember to bend your elbows back in towards your body, just like we do in chaturanga. So different than a push-up, right? You're not bending your elbows out, you're bending your elbows back. And then bring your knees to the backs of your arms. As always, for some people, that connection is like right up in their armpits. Other people kind of wrap their triceps. everybody's bones and body is a little different. So just staying right here and kind of playing with where that point of connection is for you is a great place, right? As long as you're doing this and looking forward, you are in the crow pose, right? So you can turn it into an arm balance by playing with the shift of your weight, right? So going ahead, letting yourself shift, shift, shift forward, keep pushing into your hands. You start by floating one set of toes up and then maybe both. And then if you fall, you're really close to the ground. So I encourage you to practice falling. Sometimes that fear of sort of toppling forward, I know for me, will get in the way. So just maybe just let this be fall rehearsal if you're new to the posture, if you relate to that. It's kind of fun. Kind of reminds me of being a little kid. I haven't told this story in a long time, but I definitely have told this story before in yoga. That falling practice reminds me of when I was little. I used to zip myself all the way up in a sleeping bag, like all the way over my head. And I would just throw myself down the stairs, like for fun. So in the spirit of that, like give yourself permission to be a little, floppy, especially in the beginning. Crow poses, let's go for it. You have the time. If you're totally not feeling it, you're welcome to do something different, but also just be open, right, to seeing what happens here. Continue to look forward. Look out in front of you. Remember that your head is going to counterbalance your tail a little bit as you do this. Push your hands down. Maybe get a little hang time. Right? Yeah. Maybe you fall. Nice. And if you have another try in you, please go for it. Give it another good, earnest little hop up. Rad. All right. And when you've reached that threshold of enough, go ahead and find child's pose or any resting posture. Just give yourself a moment to kind of reset. Right. And so important just to kind of let go for a moment. I find for sure arm balances definitely take me out of my pranayama practice. So if you need to cue up that ujjayi, just gently start to direct your attention right back to your breath, the ground underneath you. I think it's so important to remember, all of us, no matter how long you've been practicing or, whatever, is that it's not about the poses. The poses are just a form, right? They're just a guideline. It's about being willing to try. It's not, enlightenment and goodness doesn't come when we can all balance on one finger and recite, japas to Vishnu 1,000 times, with our eyes crossed. Like, it's just not what this is, right? This is an opportunity for all of us to come into relationship and to show up for ourselves, regardless of what, feels easy or fun or good or challenging, right? This is just learning to show up for yourself. So however you are in this moment, right, meet it with a breath, meet it with openness and curiosity. And we're going to spend the last little bit of our time together starting to do a little bit more restorative. I'm going to invite us onto the belly. So if you're in child's pose, shift forward. We'll all come into a belly down shavasana. From here, I'm going to cue the crocodile pose. So bringing your right arm out long to a T beside you. And then use your left hand just as a guide to kind of push yourself onto your right shoulder. Roll onto your right hip. Your left leg can come behind you as a kickstand. And so we're just finding this nice big opening through your right shoulder, right cheeks on the mat. Nice. And slowly come back onto your belly. Extend your left arm out long. Use your right hand again, just as a guide to push yourself onto your left side. Use your right leg as support behind you. Ujjayi. Nice and easy, back onto the belly. Good. Use your hands and push yourself up. Let's have a seat. And bring the legs out long in front of you. And kind of scoot your booty out from underneath you. And we'll do forward bending here, Paschimottanasana. Reach your arms up, take a big breath in. Then exhale, fold forward. And start to lift your chest. We're going to work into a little hip opening. We're going to do the deer pose. So start by, you can kind of plant your hands behind you like kickstands, bend your knees, soles of the feet out maybe like the width of your mat. And let's start just by turning, knocking the knees side to side, right? So your awareness, right, shining kind of like a spotlight here on your thigh bones in relationship to your hip sockets. So just paying attention, sending it your breath, imagining, goodness and flexibility and warmth in those tissues. Hips are always a little tricky. So next time the knees go to the right, let them go all the way to the right. So you're shifting your weight onto your right sit bone and your right thigh, right? So your right shin might be parallel here. And then your left leg is wrapping behind you or in this sort of S shape. And then from here, we're going to bow forward over the right shin. So this is a lot like half pigeon, except for your left leg isn't extending long behind you. It's kind of an opportunity to work into the front side compression of the hip socket. So the hip crease, you might kind of let your belly get super soft and let your breath kind of push right your belly into your thigh. In that area of our body, it's sort of like the same benefit of maybe doing like eagle pose. There's lots of lymph nodes and glands down there in our body. So this is just a good way to give them a little compression, a little squeeze of the sponge, if you will. Okay, go ahead and lift your chest, right? And then we're going to do it to the other side. So just a couple moments, you can kind of shift your knees side to side once again, right? And however you want to get there is fine, but this time you're going to let your knees drop all the way to the left, right? Your left shin this time will be parallel, your right knee bends behind you, then you can crawl forward. I encourage us all to do our best to stay curious and present to our bodies and the environment that we're in. Very normal, especially here at the end of class, to start to kind of mentally move on to the next thing. In this spirit of Ashteya, let's not rob ourselves of probably the most important part of our class. Let's go ahead and lift the chest up. All right, go ahead and bring both legs out in front. Maybe give them a little shaky shake. Let's transition onto the back. Right. Ananda Balasana, happy baby pose. Bend your knees, grab for the insides or the outsides of your feet. Let your spine get nice and heavy. And the knees bent, soles of the feet flat to the floor. One last back bend here. I'm going to cue the bridge pose, but if you have a wheel or a different back bend in your practice that you prefer, if you wanted to hop up and do camel right now, like all of those are good postures as well. So for bridge, let's bring the soles of the feet right hip width distance, work your heels in towards your booty, tuck your tail under, right? Let your lower back glue down, and then push your feet into the mat to lift up your hips. As you do this, you're gonna feel your upper body kind of come right towards your chest, right? Your neck and all that. So rock your shoulder blades underneath you, create some foundation and support. You might interlace your fingers, good. And just stay with it, couple more breaths, Ujjayi. Nice. Bridges, wheels, gently, slowly start to come down. Nice. And bend your knees up into your chest and then drop your knees all the way over to the left. Supine twist, right? Your chest and your shoulders can stay open towards the ceiling. Arms can come out to a T beside you or rest wherever feels comfortable. And gently gather your knees back through center and drop them off on the other side. And you're welcome to close your eyes. You don't need them for the rest of practice. Knees back through center, full Apanasana. Maybe wrap your arms around your knees. Maybe bring your forehead to your knees. All right, one last time for today as a class. Let's take a breath in. And exhale, final Shavasana. Take the time to extend your body out long. To make a conscious, maybe declaration that you are allowed to be here. You're allowed to lay down on your floor with whatever other, energetic qualities you might be experiencing, and practice presence. Right? This is one of the most important parts of our yoga practice. Right? Shavasana can be one of our most radical teachers. Right? There's no expectation here, but just taking the time to be open, just being open and a good student to your own posture and your own practice. I'm not going to be here long. I'm going to call you up and out really soon. You can begin to invite a deeper breath. Follow any impulse to kind of wiggle or stretch your fingers and your toes. Arms up overhead maybe. Right, and we're all in different places and in different shapes. So everyone just take maybe 3 or so breaths here to strategize your way up to a seat. And take your time, kind of letting yourself be in that movement of one place to the next. Nice. And from seated, I'll invite you to fold your hands at heart center, right? Or offer yourself any gesture of appreciation that feels authentic to you. In our yoga practice, this hand gesture is called Anjali. It means something very specific. It represents non-dualism, right? This idea that seemingly oppositional forces can and do come together in the compassionate center of the heart, left and right, above and below, beginning and end, you and me. taking just a second here to understand and to acknowledge your willingness to be here and to appreciate yourself for a moment, for taking the time to kind of not steal yourself of your own knowledge, your own experience. Right, waking up is something that something that no one else can do for us. It's something that we have to do ourselves, and it takes, right, this willingness to look and to be present. Right? So acknowledging truly the courage and the power of that work. And of course, then acknowledging that in all the other folks that also chose to roll out their mat and to breathe and to listen compassionately to their bodies and to their experience. If you like, you can bring your thumbs to your third eye, right? Strengthening the connection between the heart and the mind. And bow towards yourself. Om Shanti, Om peace, peace, peace. All right. Thank you to Colin and to our dog Lucy for being such a good assistant today. She really gave Colin some pretty generous deepening assists in Shavasana. Pretty sure there were some dog kisses involved. Okay. Well, thank you, everyone. I appreciate everyone being here. Have a fantastic weekend. Please reach out with any questions or in any way that I can support you in your practice. I'm going to throw my donation information in the chat. Thank you. I appreciate that. And be well and be rad. And yeah, here we go. Look at us just shredding into the void. No big deal. We got this.
Thanks, Emily.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks, Emily.
Great to see everybody. Thank you. Cute. Yay. That was my cutie. Good. Yeah. Yeah, it was good.